Tagged as movies, streaming, photo by Sony Pictures, courtesy Everett Collection. As impressive as what's on the list of 100 best Max movies, what's been left off is almost as eye-opening. Because if the movies on the Max streaming service, featuring a vast library of HBO, Warner Bros., DC, Studio Ghibli, Discovery, and Looney Tunes titles, but rates below 90% on the Tomatometer, it's not even within sniffing distance of making the cut. So what you get is movies of Max acclaim, including DC superhero blockbusters, Superman, The Dark Knight, Studio Ghibli animation masterpieces, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, the Harry Potter series, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and a fair shake of James Bond. In addition, check out the filmographies of long-associated WB directors, like Stanley Kubrick, Christopher Nolan, Clint Eastwood, and Martin Scorsese. Plus, there's so much from the TCM vault you can save yourself the money on film school. You can start at the beginning with the silent era, City Lights, Battleship Potemkin, move into color and musicals, The Wizard of Oz, Singin' in the Rain, hit up French New Wave, The 400 Blows, Breathless, and Italian neo-realism, Open City, Bicycle Thieves, and dive into post-World War II Intern. Read on for the 100 best Max movies. We curated the list from strictly certified fresh movies with the highest Tomatometer scores, which currently stands that everything is rated over 92%. Number 1 adjusted score. 103,181% critics' consensus. Boasting narrative depth, frank honesty, and exquisite visual beauty, The Tale of the Princess Kaguya is a modern animated treasure with timeless appeal. Synopsis. A tiny nymph found inside a bamboo stalk grows into a beautiful and desirable young woman, who orders her suitors. More. Number 2 adjusted score. 110,137% critics' consensus. Arguably Akira Kurosawa's masterpiece, The Seven Samurai is an epic adventure classic with an engrossing story, memorable circa. Synopsis. A samurai answers a village's request for protection after he falls on hard times. The town needs protection from bandits. More. Number 3 adjusted score. 110,854% critics' consensus. Clever, incisive, and funny, Singin' in the Rain is a masterpiece of the classical Hollywood musical. Synopsis. A spoof of the turmoil that afflicted the movie industry in the late 1920s when movies went from silent to more. Number 4 adjusted score. 104,147% critics' consensus. With its impressive action sequences, taut economic direction, and relentlessly fast pace, it's clear why The Terminator continues. Synopsis. Disguised as a human, a cyborg assassin known as a Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, travels from 2029 to 1984 to kill. More. Number 5 adjusted score. 102,538% critics' consensus. Only yesterday's long-delayed U.S. debut fills a frustrating gap for American Ghibli fans while offering further pro. Synopsis. A put-upon 27-year-old Japanese office worker travels to the countryside and reminisces about her childhood in Tokyo and what life. More. Number 6 adjusted score. 104,379% critics' consensus. Though hampered by Stuart Rosenberg's direction, Cool Hand Luke is held aloft by a stellar script and one. Synopsis. When petty criminal Luke Jackson, Paul Newman, is sentenced to 2 years in a Florida prison farm, he doesn't play. More. Number 7 adjusted score. 108,023% critics' consensus. A delightful blend of slapstick humor, poignant emotion, and social commentary. The Gold Rush encapsulates Chaplin's strength. Synopsis. In this classic silent comedy, the little tramp, Charles Chaplin, heads north to join in the Klondike Gold Rush. Trapped. More, number 8 adjusted score. 107,669% critics' consensus. A technical masterpiece, Battleship Potemkin is Soviet cinema at its finest, and its montage editing techniques remain influential to this day. Synopsis. When they are fed rancid meat, the sailors on the Potemkin revolt against their harsh conditions. Led by Vikulinchik, Alexander. More, number 9 adjusted score. 104,749% critics' consensus. Tokyo Story is a Yasujiro Ozu masterpiece whose rewarding complexity has lost none of its power more than half a century on. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe.